So what do I see? I see that in the brain, and it's also true for all my sense organs, their consciousness awakes. There I become able of awakening in my consciousness, and in the liver I sleep. Is that maybe a different two ways of being? That in a brain, soul, mind, so to say, is body free and functions as such. But in the liver, the mind stays the quality that shapes, and in your liver you sleep. Is that why we have very few of us, we have so few memory on our prenatal life? Because maybe as embryo, our whole body is still shaping, performing, growing, vitality, unconsciousness, sleeping. And then there come organs where this process slows down, and the vitality and the growing and the regeneration becomes structure, form, and there you wake up. That's an idea. That there are two ways of being mind and body. The first way to be mind and body is that shaping, that performing, and later on maintaining your body. Do you know what Rumi said about that? Rumi said about that, the body developed out of us, not we from it. We are bees, and our body is a honeycomb. We made the body. Cell by cell we made it. 13th century wisdom. And that's the caudal pole. That's the embryo in you. Shaping, performing, vitality. And then there comes organs where that process slows down. And anatomy comes. Where? Brains, kidneys, skins, sense organs. All kind of organs where the vitality is withdrawn and consciousness awakes. And there are interfaces like organs that where your consciousness, a kind of dreaming consciousness, not a completely sleeping consciousness. Is that maybe a possibility? Yes, it is, because I discovered, look at the slides, that the mind-body is a gradient or polarity. That the mind-body is a polarity of consciousness. It's a psychocymatic polarity. We have in the embryo, there exists a developmental gradient, the cranial-caudal polarity of form pole and process pole. It's a psychosomatic polarity, and it has to do with consciousness. Where life withdraws, so to say, consciousness wakes up. So it has to do with, look at the slide, it has to do with two different ways of mind-body. There are two ways to be a mind in a body. The body performing, the body shaping mind, pre-existent to the body. And then the mind can come free, and the gestures and the powers and the with which you shape the forms of your body come free as mental forces, as mind gestures. Maybe, let's go that far. The thinking and the feeling and the willing. The three dimensions of soul life. Thinking about something, feeling with something, willing doing something. That are also three levels of awareness. Awakening in your head, dreaming in your heart, sleeping in your muscles and in your guts. Is that an idea? That the two dimensions of being are, present there. A psychosomatic gradient. And what I discovered, and if you want to know it all, you have to come in October to the prig. What I discovered is that this cranial-caudal polarity is not only cranial-caudal. No. The first polarity you will create is dorsoventral. And then comes cranial-caudal. And then comes left and right. Left and right is not symmetry. Left and right is a polarity. And then comes osteopaths. An outside and an inside. Parietal ectoderm, and viscera. And then comes head versus the pelvis. For the anthroposophist, upper pole, lower pole. And then comes head versus the limbs, connecting, sympathy, acting in the world. Your head thinking about the world. Remember, thinking, being consciousness, is separation. Our head separates us from the world. Our limbs and our guts connect us with the world. That's a very deep, and at the end, look at the slide, it's a holographic principle. In every organ, you have this polarity with a kind of in-between or middle. So it's a universal principle.